Hey guys, so I'm at church for the first time in a while, and it's 6 in the morning, guys. 6 in the morning, it's early, and I'm going in for prayer, 6 a.m. prayer. Yeah, so I may vlog a little bit when I get inside, but yeah, so hopefully, I'm not sure which exit I'm supposed to be going in, but I think it's this one. All right. Okay guys, so I'm back in my car and I'm heading to the gym early to work out, just get it finished quickly. Because I do have to go to work for a little bit today. Prayer was really good. I like that my church actually does do the Daniel fast, even though they started a few days or a week after the new year. Now there's actual prayer time in the morning, and I think that's awesome. I think it was really good to really focus in on God and have time to just sit there and wait and listen for what He wanted me to know and for what He wanted to tell me, and to just really think about what I was praying for, what I wanted to pray for, and the people in my life, praying for them. It was really good to go there and to have that time set aside to just talk with God. Okay, I'm gonna go in here to the gym and rock out on some gospel, and I'll see you guys after. Hey guys, so this is day 9 of my fast. I started day 9 earlier this morning at the prayer, the 6 a.m. prayer with my church, and so I just wanted to, I realized I didn't go over my devotional from last night with you guys, and it was really good, so I do want to share it with you. It was Matthew 14, 22, and 23, and it says, "Immediately Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go on ahead of him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowd. After he dismissed them, he went up into the mountain by himself to pray. Later that night, he was there alone, and the boat was already a considerable distance from land, buffeted by the waves because the wind was against it. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. 'It's a ghost,' they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, 'Take courage, it is I, don't be afraid.' 'Lord, is it you?' Peter replied. 'Let me come to you on the water.' 'Come,' he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and began to sink, cried out, 'Lord, save me.' Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. 'Ye of little faith,' he said, 'why do you doubt?' And when they climbed into the boat, the wind died down, and those who were in the boat whispered, saying, 'Truly you are the Son of God.'" Okay, I'm gonna stop there. This devotional is really good. I actually went over this one with my boyfriend last night, and I don't know why I didn't film it, but the devotional itself talks about having fear and not letting fear overtake you. So in the scripture, you see Peter, who is fearful, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Jesus, is that you?" And but when he realizes it's Jesus, he's like, "Well, tell me to come to you if you're Jesus, and I will come." He's putting his fear aside to follow Jesus, to be closer to him, because he knows that Jesus can save him. There's a lot that we can get from that. There's also a side to this that this devotional didn't talk about, the fact of faith, where Jesus is telling him, "Ye of little faith, why didn't you trust?" A lot of people focus on that part of the story where Jesus is walking on water and Peter comes to him and he loses faith. And it's not really that doesn't have enough faith, but even when you're walking on water with Jesus, you can get distracted, I think, because it says that he was distracted by the waves. And you can easily get distracted in your Christian walk and lose sight on God and begin to sink. God is always going to be there to catch you. And it's not that God was saying to Peter, "Ye of little faith, what is wrong with you? Why didn't you keep your eyes on me?" Why? He was saying, he was kind of correcting Peter, like, you were doing it. You were already, you had faith in me already. Just don't lose faith. That's a perspective that I don't think that a lot of people see, and a lot of people actually need that word, is especially when you are a Christian and you feel like you're failing in many areas because you're not doing this or you're not doing that, or you're not reading the word enough, or you're not praying enough, but God is like, you're walking on water. You're already walking on water. You know, you're walking with me. Keep sight of that, and don't let the devil whispering in your ear get between your connection with God. Okay, so I just want to share with you guys this prayer that was posted in the Daniel Fast group that I'm in on Facebook. And it says, "Father, today I declare my freedom from fear. I will be led by the truth of your word and your powerful love. I expect goodness and mercy to follow me. I believe you're with me and protecting me. You are who you say you are, and anything that contradicts these truths will have no place in my life. Amen." I showed you guys what I ate for lunch. Oh, I just had the rice and beans again that I had earlier on Monday. Yes, I showed you guys Monday what I had for lunch, and I just had that again today. Tonight, I don't know what I'll have for dinner. Who knows? I hope you guys liked my song that I shared with you guys in my last video. It was a song that I wrote, I want to say 2 years now, 2 years ago, and yeah, it's funny how God gives us songs and how they can speak to us at different stages of our lives. So I love that about being a songwriter. If you guys want to hear more of that song, let me know. Maybe I will record it and put it up somewhere for you guys to buy it and listen to it on your own. Hi guys. All right, so I'm back. So tonight's devotional, also a good one. It's Matthew 16:13 through, I think it's 22. So when Jesus came to the region of Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." "But what about you?" he asked. "Who do you say I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this is not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you, Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. I give you the keys of the kingdom. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. From that time on, Jesus began to explain to his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things at the hands of the elders, the chiefs, the priests, and the teachers of the law, and that he must be killed, and on the third day be raised to life. Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. "Never, Lord," he said, "this shall never happen to you." Jesus turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns." Then Jesus said to his disciples, "Whoever wants to be my disciples must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it. What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world and forget their soul? Or what can anyone give in exchange for their soul? For the Son of Man is going to come in his Father's glory with the angels, and then he will reward each person according to what they have done. Truly, I tell you, some who are standing here will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." So today's devotional is about the ups and downs of Christian life. We see Peter, who is having this interaction with God. At the beginning of the chapter, he is telling God that, you are the Son of God. And Jesus kind of praises Peter and says, "You are the rock that I'm going to build my church." And then later, Peter is like, telling Jesus, "No, you're not going to die. That is not what's going to happen to you." And Jesus calls him Satan and tells him to get behind me. "You are a stumbling block to me." And poor Peter. At one minute he's a rock, and then the next minute he's Satan. And then one minute he's given the kings of the kingdom, and then the next minute he's a stumbling block. But this verse is a good example of how the Christian walk really is. It's like sometimes we get it, and God is like, "Yes, you are my child." And then other moments we just fall short, and God is like, "What is wrong with you? Why don't you get this?" The key to all of it is not to turn away from God when he corrects you, but to lean closer to him and try to really absorb what he's telling you and not to be offended. The thing that I like about Peter is that he continues his walk with Jesus, and he is constantly being made new through his experience with Jesus. And every experience with Jesus is a chance to be renewed and a chance to be restored in your faith and in your walk with the Lord. You guys have ups and downs that you've experienced with God. What are some transformations that you've experienced through those moments? Write some comments down below. I know I've had some moments where I'm like, "Sorry, God." "Sorry, God, that wasn't exactly right. I probably shouldn't have said that. Probably shouldn't have done that." Yeah, nobody's perfect, and I'm definitely far from it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Today I kind of did a double sit down with you guys. I hope that you got something from both lessons and that you enjoyed it, and let me know how you guys are feeling about these videos, if you like them, if you want me to change them up in some kind of way. I want to add some people to get more perspective on these videos. So yeah, let me know how your fasts are going, all of that. I want to interact with you. I want you guys to be able to interact with me, and I guess I will see you tomorrow. Bye.